On the edge of the quiet town of Willowmere, there was an old railway station that hadn't seen a train in years. The tracks were quiet, the lamps were dark, and the sign gently creaked whenever the night breeze passed. But every so often, when the moon was bright, something extraordinary happened. That night, young Evan couldn't sleep. He sat by his window, watching the sky shimmer with stars. But then something caught his eye. A single star fell slowly drifting down like a floating ember. It didn't crash, it didn't vanish. Instead, it landed softly on the old train tracks. Evan blinked. A moment later, the entire railway bed began to glow. Lines of stardust flowed along the rails, lighting up the forgotten station with a soft, golden blue shimmer. The air hummed gently, as if the sky had started singing. Then Evan saw it. A train made of shimmering metal and drifting light rolled silently into the station, floating an inch above the glowing tracks. Its windows glowed with warm colors. Its wheels looked like spinning constellations, and at the front sat a shining emblem shaped like a star. Evan felt his heart flutter. This was no ordinary train. This was the Starlight Express. A tall, kind conductor stepped out, dressed in a long navy coat, embroidered with tiny constellations that moved like they were alive. He tipped his glowing hat with a smile. "Good evening, Evan," he said. "We're on our nightly journey through the sky. Care to join us?" Evan didn't even answer. He just nodded, wide-eyed. The conductor opened the door, and warm starlight spilled out like a blanket of golden sparkles. Evan stepped aboard, and the train immediately felt comforting, like stepping into a dream that knew your name. Inside, the seats were soft and cloud-like. Lamps hung gently from above like floating stars, and from every window the world shimmered in blues and silvers. The train eased forward, and Evan watched as the station drifted away, replaced by a rising sky. Soon the Starlight Express wasn't on the ground at all. It was climbing the sky itself, following rails made of stardust. Below them, the world looked peaceful and tiny. Above them, the stars welcomed the train like old friends. They passed by glowing nebula clouds, swirling like slow-motion fireworks. They drifted through star fields where tiny lights danced around the windows. Evan could have watched it forever. But then something unusual happened. One of the stars outside flickered, then slowly dimmed, until it faded completely. Evan gasped. "That star, it went out." The conductor nodded gently. "That's why the Starlight Express travels the night skies. We bring shine back to stars that have lost their glow." He handed Evan a small glowing crystal sphere. It pulsed like a calm heartbeat. "This is a star seed," the conductor said. "It will help us relight that star, but it needs someone with a gentle heart to carry it." Evan held it carefully, feeling warmth spread through his hands. The train slowed as it neared the darkened star, a small silver orb drifting alone, its light asleep. "Go ahead," the conductor whispered. Evan leaned out the window, held up the glowing starseed, and let it float from his palms. The starseed drifted into the dim star, paused, then burst into warm golden light. The star flared to life, brighter than ever. All around the train, other stars shimmered happily, as if cheering. Evan watched the sky glow brighter, and the conductor smiled softly. "Well done," he said. "One star shines again because of you." The Starlight Express continued its journey, painting light back into quiet corners of the sky. But soon, the conductor gently tapped Evan's shoulder. "It's almost time for you to return." The train drifted downward, the sky fading into the quiet rooftops of Willowmere. It pulled into the old station once more, calm, glowing, magical. Evan stepped off as the conductor gave a gentle nod. "Whenever a star needs you," he whispered, "the Starlight Express will find your window." And in a blink, the train rose into the sky, its glowing wheels spinning like constellations, until it melted into the stars above. Evan yawned deeply, walked back to bed, and curled under his blankets. Outside, a single star winked at him, and he fell asleep with a smile, knowing the Starlight Express was out there, gliding through the night, keeping the stars alive.